asking everyone to take care of any leeches on their ships. You don't need some work done? You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever's... Okay, no problem. I'm sure you can find something you'll like. Sure, have at it.
I thought I was going to be fired for sure. Now I got a whole performance to deal with.
He is not here. I am disappointed, but relieved somehow? You're right. Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Yes, Aggies. I have spent far too much time here. I do not recommend
all
it.
the orders. You ain't here looking for Erin. She is.
Hello, Aggie. I was unsure whether you would remember me. It has been a long time.
I ain't likely to forget you anytime soon. I heard you ain't deaf. She didn't ruin Aaron's life enough the first time, huh? Back for more?
Ruined his life? How dare you?
Did she tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some godforsaken rock in the middle of nowhere? No? Were you there? Aaron told this story so many damn times over the years, I feel like it sure as hell was. Aaron sat in that corner for years, scared of his own shadow, convinced the damn zealots were coming back to finish the job. The few credits he had to rub together that didn't get spent on drink, he spent on setting himself up someplace where they couldn't find him. Wouldn't trust anyone that walked through the door. Only ever talked to me when he was drunk enough. If either of you cared, you wouldn't just be shown. Aaron ain't been in here for almost a year now. Showed up one day saying he'd gone and got himself set up on Hyla too, thanking me for letting him stay here so often. It was the closest I'd seen him to happy in I don't know how long. And that was it. Never came through the door again.
Did he ever mention me?
You mean, did he blame you? That's what you want to know. I know guilt when I see it. Don't try and deny it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. Believed you were one of the good ones, right up until the last time I talked to him. Me? I don't think your kind has good ones.
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier-than-thou bullshit and your great serpent and shove 'em.
You dare insult me like this when I have come to you asking for help. I should kill you where you stand. Fine. Fine. Let us leave this place at once.
Well, this has been so much fun. You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever shows up again. But honestly, I'm hoping he doesn't.
We have something to go on, at least. I am grateful that you showed some compassion, despite that woman's attitude. I do not have your patience. And yet it is my past we are trying to clear up. That is... It means a lot. I'm eager to reach Hyla too, and speak to Aaron. Perhaps there is something we can do to help him. Another time.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
You're running out of time to make the smart decision. We could use a vacation. If you're feeling generous, you could help us out. Or we can just... If that's how you want to play it. We got ourselves some money.
That hit knocked out our drive drive. Checking out our drive drive. Crystal damage to drive drive. That will things for you.
Landing site's clear. All green here.
I thought I saw something. I need to be sure.
I don't know what to say. I thought there would be a chance to speak to him. To make amends. Or at least to hear him curse me for leaving him. I was prepared to accept that. I did not think I would find him like this. At least these vermin didn't get him. He's been gone for... Well, clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jade Wong. I am sure of it. This cannot all be for nothing. You found something. Please, let me see it. I should have guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way. For anyone else, I would say the chances of survival are slim. But for Jada... she is alive and on a mission. I would bet my life on it. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted. There was concern she would be unreliable. As time went on, we called on her more and more often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively. She was sharp, a skilled pilot and very, very determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement, how she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her. I've discovered something else. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the Zealots to find him. That they knew where to look for him. Clearly he had become paranoid, but what bothers me though is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadik. Yes, I do. For all of my assignments in the settled systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Baroon. From him, I have received my orders, and he is the person to whom I have reported my success. He does not work with anyone outside House Baroon, and I am the only one who knows how and where to find him. Aaron should never have heard of him. Perhaps he could have reached out directly, but we must first make sure that Jada is safe, and perhaps she will be able to shed... Let us head for the den.
Acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Seals are good, air pressure good. And we're docked.
Either she is here, or someone will know where we can find her.
I should be grateful that things are so quiet here. But I just haven't seen you around here before.
good to see another Right. Okay. Nothing against you. You need anything? Wang? Really? There are at least 3 other pilots based out of here I'd expect to receive complaints about first. Before we get started, I have to inform you there's a formal review process for the Vanguard, so don't expect any action for a while. Okay? Now, what is the nature of your complaint? Oh, okay. Sorry. Force of habit, I suppose. Jada isn't here. Hasn't been here in a while. In fact, she's it's not something I can just blur. Not my problem. I'm starting to think you're right. I suppose it's not the end of the world. Jada came in a bit ago, all fired up over some hot lead. She's been focused on zealots ever since she was assigned here, but this was a whole other level. She was headed out to Groombridge to track them down. Never seen her so fixated. And if you know Jada, that's saying something. If you're headed out that way, be careful. Wouldn't surprise me if she's getting into all kinds of trouble. Fly safe.
Well, well. Back... Oh, yes, of course. See you soon, love.
Hello, Captain. Ready for action, Captain?
Run again.
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here? You are interfering with an official Vanguard operation. Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound. Years after the fact? With nothing in between? You'll have to forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Suspicious, even. Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear. Show your face.
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer? Hey, I'm calm. What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me. Worried? Worried she hadn't finished me off, maybe.
What are you talking about? I have never acted against you.
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together. We're friends. So I went after the Zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the Zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen! Because we were a loose end! We knew things. Locations, names. I don't have... It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years. Slates, communications, interrogations.
A name, Jada. Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar! Tomasar Kadik! That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots!
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No! I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the serpent himself, I would never betray you. I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this! I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it!
So you think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down! Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both! Get back to your ship!
That the great serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge years ago? The awful that escaped our righteous justice.
Betrayed the charge laid upon them by the great serpent. Gave you over to us.
They're not escaping.
The fate you deserved. But now, the serpent sets my mind at ease. And in his name, I will cleanse your filth from this universe.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
I do not understand. It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying. That is not an option. Even if we could reach them, you are a non-believer. You would be killed. Something about this does not feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Baroon values secrecy above nearly all else. those of us sent out into the settled systems, we cannot return. No, you do not understand. When we are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Varun's domain. We do not jump ourselves. We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, our homeworld. We literally cannot return. Only a select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I can never go home. Perhaps there is. I cannot travel to my home, but I can reach out another way. But it means putting you in danger in a way you have... Thank you. That means a great deal. There is an old derelict star station where I may get answers. I know that seems vague. It will become clear when we arrive. Let us see what wonders of life this planet hosts. Hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
We've got a lot of work to do, which we can't really get to while you are still here. It's not safe. I'd clear out of here if I were you. Things can get dicey during the blast if you're not used to it.
Employ particle detection all day, but there's always work to be done.
This is a particle fracking station, not a tourist destination.
Seeing green lights on the airlock seals. We have a clean dock.
Follow me. I will say again, there is danger for you. Here, likely for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered. They are an excellent place to hide in plain sight. Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Keep your weapons at your side. Do not make any sudden moves. Do nothing to appear hostile. Thank you. Please give me a moment. am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomisar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken. Or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomisar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. No one wants to make accusations they might regret. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you. You have turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand. Insolence! You have corrupted her!
I said enough! This
has gone far enough. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun. I have already said this is a misunderstanding. But I am. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home. You must make her listen to reason.
He is responsible. He deserves to die.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything!
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not? He gave my friends to the zealots. Might as well have killed them himself. How does that not warrant justice? The only thing keeping him alive right now is... I know that if I do this, I lose my home. Probably forever. I do not know what to do. I want to so badly. I do not know how to live with this. Consider yourself fortunate. You get to live.
This is not over. The High Council will hear of your treason.
Perhaps they will hear of your actions as well, Tomisar. Think on that. Come. Let us leave this place. I wish to return to the lodge.
You will regret this! You think you will leave here? There will be consequences for your actions here. I assure you.
Always good to speak with a friend. I appreciate having your ear. sometimes amuses me to think about what goes on here, right under the United Colony's collective nose.
Hi there. How's it going?
You are a welcome diversion. What do you need? Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, I am unsure of my place in House Baroon. This room may now be the only place I have left to call home. Yes, I know that I am not completely alone. And that offers some comfort, but it is more complicated than that. I worry that I have made a mistake. What if he turns House Baroon against me? It might not be enough. I do not know how to live without some connect. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force... Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will, you have been by my side through all of this. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. Well, that is... I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about me. But if I am afraid, though, that it cannot be. I am not willing to... I could, however, use a best friend. So if we are to be best friends, then I shall do every... How can I sit here feeling sorry for myself when there is... I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Captain, I am fully updated and ready to assist with tasks.
Auckland is open for business. Come aboard and let's see about getting you a solid upgrade.
Hey, Dad. Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you? Sure. I like that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
And will you do funny voices for the characters, like you used to when I was little?
You just try and stop me. Docking complete.
Habershaw's in the showroom. Ready to buy.
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
Yeah, these ships are nice. A pleasure to meet you. We may be new. Thank you. So, what sort of... Let me show you ours. Are you ready to do some business? Let's get you set up.
Welcome to Stroud Eklund. My business is switching to Stroud.
Demos?
You know what? Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello. Hi there. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Well, I hope your enthusiasm counts for something. Anyway, let's get to it.
We shall see.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Sure, I'm Jules, R&D project lead. was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers. There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our... Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? What color should it be? Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible. So we have 2 new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with? It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything. While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical, and the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs. And would something that I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, I was afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this... Well, I'm all ears because... Well, there's always room for personal improvement, I suppose. I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good. Maybe listening to you could prove to the higher-ups that I'm more... Okay, I think you made some good points.
Well, Jules, it seems you have your work cut out for you.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Great! Just pick up a mission or 2 at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect it. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one... In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team. Get to know them. Give feedback on...
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. High-end performance, precision engineering. This will be the most elite personal craft. The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself. I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Oh, thank you. 2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept? Of course you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed. Because I am the lead designer on the project, it is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better... Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. Just because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean... Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical... Then again... Yeah, see you.
Oh, you really want to hear my ideas? So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards family. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's... I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one... or maybe... I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the... I used to go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for... Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and... Oh, really? Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up... see you later.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in. Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think you'll just... Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quick. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headache. No, I'm just trying to set realistic goals. Sorry. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction. Yes, of course. Zhuzh it up, just enough to disappoint me. Later, mate.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Good. We were worried you knew nothing, and this would be... As long as you are willing to listen to us, Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design. Of course. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market? Yes, finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own. You see,
While many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with it. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, it's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration fueled by... I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage. Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extending. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measure. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment. Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Okay, yeah. Bye.
We're all super glad. This is going great. Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days.
Repairs on our old ship just keep piling up. If this keeps up, all our profits are just going to keep it flying. I know.
I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighter. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship. We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses. Plus, most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules. Wonderful. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others. Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it, don't worry.
I'm proud to be a part of the Stroud effort.
All green on release. We're free to fly. Grav drive spinning down. The system's green. Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. Ooh, I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
Marquez is all right, I guess. She's gonna be lucky to have me as a boss. You look like you've got news. Okay, come on, don't keep me in What? How could it be better? Oh. Wow, really? Let's see. Unique in the history of the Vanguard. That's good, right? Okay. Okay. Thanks for doing the legwork here. I'm not gonna forget that you helped me out. And someday, when I'm running the Vanguard, for now, though, my account's a little light, so...
always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Thank God. I figured if I talked myself hoarse on the comms, the cavalry would come. I was expecting some Free Star militia, but any port in a storm. You are a sight for sore eye. Before spacers broke into the outpost, I was relaying orders for Lieutenant Torres. Torres ain't bad as far as COs go, but we'd have been flat out murdered if it weren't for the... And I can't believe I'm saying this. So, and this is important. You see him?
Now that is something I would...
Roger. So first things first. The makeshift infirmary, they set up on the ground floor in the security. The whole place is on lockdown, so talk to, Lazama. He's the only... Here's hoping it's not just me. Be safe, be bold.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
This is it.
What? You think he's a spacer? He's the one that cleared him out. Corporal Azama, UC Marines, medic. We thought we were done for. And meet the esteemed doctor. Musa, right? It's his party we're crashing. Mahoney's a machine. She's wasted on this rock. What the heck are you guys doing here anyway?
Yes. Yes. Astrobiology. We study non-Terran life forms in the settled systems. We seek to understand the various flora and fauna and search for practical uses. No.
Listen, we can't waste time. The Freestar CO, Lieutenant Torres. I'm not sure how long he can keep his troops safe.
Last I saw Torres was on the 3rd floor.
Take this key and get to Torres. Get to Torres before his men are wiped out.
Take your best shot.
Like I
lost
said,
so many people.
someone's been taking out the...
Are they all...
Thanks to the stranger, every last one of them is down. Some fancy work there. How many more are there with your unit? You got sniper... Holy shit. The two of you did all of that. Huh.
Sniper support. Indeed.
We have to help Captain Myung. She's behind the barrier door.
But she's not Freestar, Lieutenant. Our first priority is our men.
She came in to save us, Sergeant, when no one else would. I will... She's...
But, Lieutenant, they're the UC. We can't...
Sergeant, I am ordering you to help us save those Marines.
We got a security override key. If the Marines are still alive, they'll be by the other entrance. We all work together. We should be able to...
There are soldiers that need us. You... Good.
Here's the security key. You take point. The cap...
I don't believe it.
The arthropod shipment from... I forget the system. It's gone. The spacers destroyed the transport. Why? It had no financial value. It's for science. Torres asked the Rangers to send someone, but the last time they did, the spacers left the system, only to come back in far greater numbers. People are losing lives, for God's sake.
Did they have anything of value?
Stand down, Private. What matters is they're here now. And who the hell do we have here? Another scientist?
No. Truthfully, we would still be pinned down if it weren't for them.
Well, I'll be. Huh. You don't got the look of a Marine. Certainly not the militia. Who are you? Huh. More UC bailing the FC out. Captain Myung, UC Marines.
Veteran of the Colony Wars, the shield of Pardue Pass. Best damn Marine in the...
And that loudmouth is Private Psy. If she wasn't such a hell of a soldier, she'd be polishing latrines for the next decade. You've saved lives here, and that...
The captain and all her Marines.
You lot may be Freestar, but you're ground pounders first. I wasn't about to let you all die ignobly to those... You've got spirit. That's what we need right. We've bought ourselves an old-fashioned stay of execution here. The bastards are disorganized, undisciplined rabble. That means they can keep dropping reinforcements until they greatly outnumber us. Which means they won't drop the reinforcements right on top. But there's too many of them, and only one of you.
I have a more immediate problem, Captain. If we don't act, the spacers could take them.
Damn it. What sort of leader? But we need every trained soldier to fortify and get the defense.
Mahoney said their last transmission indicated they... If you could perhaps... take your They went dark not too long ago. So just go quickly and safely.
saved us. Corporal Mahoney radioed you coming, but I didn't know if we could hold out. But you're a regular here. Mahoney said for us to go to ground. There's a cave nearby we're going to hold. Don't worry, I'll keep this.
Spacers are terrible.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Mahoney said the research camp is all clear.
Most likely decomposing in some unmarked grave. Good on you both for making that mission of Our job is to protect the civvies and never leave. There ain't much room for honor in this damn business.
Captain, you should bring up your plan.
The Spacers haven't attacked yet, but they've been shuttling men down beyond the rim. We cannot let them keep reinforcing. So we need to take... The only rest of Marine guy?
I concur with the captain. We can't hold out if we don't.
The Spacers have 2 fighter groups. If you take those out, so launch that fancy ship.
Scientists here are good people. Every one of them that died is a...
Shield up and fire.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time. Did you hear something? You have made a grave mistake. Do they even try?
These damn spaces. Too many.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Now, look around. Savor this. Stay safe.
So many people.
That's the price of command, Torres. You can drive yourself crazy with counterfactuals. Well said.
Altair's safe because of you. Both of you. I almost want to write that.
Now, wouldn't that be the damnedest thing? I could put it on right next to my meritorious star. You'd save me a court-martial if you just give me... Might be you want your medal. It's certainly earned.
But I will never
You're young, and you've got a future ahead of you. I've been passed up for promotion more times than I can count because I've always stuck by. There's a million ways the bastards in command will ask you to compromise. It may hurt your career, but I look back with pride at my service. When all you look at are statistics and maps, it's hard to see the human element.
I sincerely hope I never see you across the lines on the...
If you do, Lieutenant, I will do.
Not if I do my duty first.
How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Good to go for that day. But a lot better if...
You do a lot better if
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
Just try not to be responsible for any industrial-sized accidents while we are here. Perhaps it was not. Always to phrase, is it not?
you here for me? Well, don't just stand there. Help me. Thank God. Ugh. You know, I honestly didn't expect UC security to get here, so... Wait, you're not with security? Who are you? Helena? Oh, you're here to collect Reliance research data. Of course she did. Look, I didn't take the data. Maldonado, the man responsible for killing the courier, stealing my ship, and dragging me here, he's got the data. He's looking to auction off our research and frame me for the theft. But that son of a bitch crossed the wrong man. What do you say we go get Reliance property back? You don't need to worry about me. We'll both be safer with someone watching our backs. No, nope. Maldonado's quarters are towards the rear of the facility. Don't worry though, I'm sure you noticed he didn't exactly pay for Ecliptic's finest. No Ecliptic A-team would have missed a pistol on their only captive, for example. And I took several firearms courses before my transfer to Gagarin. This should be child's play.
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
Meaning of all this, I am not to be... Bonafide. So, Reliance sends along a merc of their own, then.
Shut it! Hand over the data, or I'll promise you'll regret it.
Wow! Look at that fire. Junior executive, no more. The answer is no, Mr. Maximov. This data's worth a lot of money to my potential buyers. Of course, it doesn't have to be just me that benefits. Now, if Reliant sent you, then you've had the, pleasure... lovely woman. But that's the very problem. Strickland is as cheap. I, however, understand the importance of... I will pay you handsomely right now to turn around, get back in your ship, that he killed the courier, stole Reliant's precious data. I'll even handle the killing part myself.
Quiet! It's not going to work! It's not, right?
We are not cutting some kind of deal.
Well, I can't say I didn't try. But, I've got an auction.
Last bad decision you're ever making. Now, I think he had the data on him. Want to take a look? I hope that... I'll see you back on Gagarin.
Credit for your thoughts. I am happy to help shoulder the load. I appreciate our little discussions, you know. You're back. Without Mr. Maximoff. Is... Maldonado. I know that name. He's a renowned data broker. And that you managed to... This was good work. Speaking of which, would you be so... By reputation only, we're not the only firm that's had research or client data simply wander off, then crop... And that name cropped up in more than a few. So it does seem that you've spared us from becoming his... And here you are. I included a little X. You have Reliance...
The city certainly projects a powerful image for the United Colonies, eh?
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being... Welcome to UC District... I hope we have... Back to it then.
Yes? You need something? Did you need... A shame that there is not more to discuss.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God! Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right? Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal, and your room is just a mess.
Easy, honey. Let the boy... Why don't you settle in? You know you're... I still can't believe it. Constellation. How is it for real? Don't you worry yourself about that. All your life, you've been just... Your number's finally been called, and the settled systems had better be ready for you. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake. I gave it my good old college try. You Enough about that. Anything you... I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine... Planning a proper, honest-to-good... I've been promising your mom a trip for years. Your mother's been sending me links all day about... But it'll be... You know, it's supposed to be us taking... I'd like to say we'll pay you back. Well, I appreciate it. We. Retirement's treating me well, but there are... Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. Not that I mind. Take care, kiddo.
I still can't get over you being here. So, I gotta... With you being in Constellation, I knew it. You have that spring in your step. I won't press, dear. Don't...
Yes, well... This is getting...
I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want... Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. But you can stay here no matter the answers. No bother at all. Stay. Anything you want to talk about? Well, one of your old classmates made junior... Their father was bragging for... Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, but with what you send home. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis. Now that we're both dance lessons, but he's just... It's nice to have time to do. Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious. Sandra contacted me again.
Ugh.
They still want you to consult, don't they?
They are not used to anyone saying no.
Do you regret it?
Not one bit. When I go to sleep, I got a clean conscience. Working for them. It would be hard to look myself in the mirror. You are still all right with that? Signing bonus alone.
I love you all the more for it.
Just so
Sweetie,
you know,
I was...
your mother's
You
missing
never knew your gran-gran,
like a lot.
but she's about the only one like you in my whole... Left home at an early age. Well, ran away, really. Really. Well, I only met Grandma a few times. Oh, she was fierce. Every time I saw her, she'd drill me on math. If I got her questions correct, she'd give me... Once, I got them all right and answered her bonus question, and she smiled. The only time most formidable woman I have ever... I don't know why. Well, I was going through storage. I think she'd like you to have it. You're forging your own path, not just let... You deserve it, sweet. Oh, enough of this. You need anything? You've been loafing around. Around the house all day.
That Aquila City bank robbery story on...
Of course it was. Oh, I was so proud.
I nearly dropped my drink. You were... You always did have a silver tongue.
As soon as I saw that story, I talked with Linda. You know Mrs. Ming across the hall.
I swear our friends think we're making you up. I almost want you to show up in your finest Constellation outfit at poker night. Wait, but next time, let us know you got a story.
Might save your dad from having a heart attack.
You've been given a precious opportunity. Seize it and never look back.
Of all the places, you're welcome anytime. And I...
Do I have...
Oh, your father has been as anxious as...
Anyway... So, you know about my card game, right? Been playing... Usually we're just playing with credit ante, so it's just for fun. Mostly. Well, I was in the game of my life. Me and another lady, we went all in, and after I called, she had 4 of a kind.
Honey, he doesn't need...
This is my moment. So finally, I won. I won big. The biggest part of my life. I kept my poker face, even if I felt like letting my insides out. But the big kicker is, I won myself a ship.
It's real, sweetie. We went...
Well, there's no way I'll ever fly it. So we had no... And then it came. No, you have done so much. All the paperwork's already been... Keep it, sell it. I don't care what you do with it. You came. You eating well out there? It's easy, just... Well, you remember Grandpa's restaurant. Last time you were there, you must have been 5? Some of the best food. Service with a grunt and a glare, I always said. Hole in the walls have the best food. Your grandfather taught me what I know of cooking. He didn't want me to go to uni. I was the only... But when he got on in the years, his meatloaf... No, I don't know if anything I taught you about cooking stuck, but you gotta promise not to share Grandpa's meatloaf recipe with anyone. I swear Dad's ghost would come back and... See that you do. Any meat will do. If it's dry, extra tomatoes. They'll moisten it up if you do it right. Sorry, a bit of a moment here. It's good to have you home.
I'm planning a grocery. I missed you so much, darling.
Nice to see you, son. Tell me, are you doing well? And really, answer. Ah, to be young and have the whole world and all your adventures. It worries your mother that one day... Is it worth it? It most certainly... I got some years on you. My guiding star has always been, for me, it's you and your mother. Every time big... What would be best for all of us? If you can strip away, well... It's what I'm here for. It's nice to have you. Stay as long as you like.
You're welcome anytime. And I mean...
The money you sent home, stay as long as you like.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can... Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate... Welcome to UC Distribution. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus... Pleasure doing business with you. Right. Come back if you need something else.
By the way, Captain.
Nothing else, Constellation does have excellent lodging.
Now this is history. Would you look at
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir. Okay, let's take a look. Stay safe, okay?
Take care of yourself.
I've got lifetimes worth of books and videos to offer.
mercenaries? The factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them
nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an AB, B&E, or heaven forbid, an LS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about the VOP. Am I right?
If it any luck tracking down those sensors. So you do. I'll just take... All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another...
I do appreciate that not every meter of land was plowed under to build this city. This tree is far too grand for such a fate.
Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be, well, disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance.
Let's hope that MAST takes these findings seriously. These findings are alarming. The data from the biosensors speaks for itself. Thank you for your help retrieving the biosensors. Let's hope that MAST takes these findings seriously.
Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again. Indeed I am. The success of my previous venture, with which you so kindly assisted, has been brought to the attention of MAST. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't it? The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming... Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit... It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but... Yes, and not just humans. All organic life will be affected. Low-frequency vibrations are not uncommon in this species. The vibrations help disperse nutrients. If the vibrations continue to increase in frequency and strength, prolonged exposure could lead to harmful and... There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. What? No, that is ridiculous. One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far, I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might... Oh, thank you.
All the assignments they could have given me. Could you stand a little to the left? I think... Oh, it's important research. I won't bore you with... trees. I see. No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no... Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the... Right. Of course, we're all... he really won't... Maybe I could... Okay, you know what? But I'm only going to do so after you've helped... Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotion. Well, then I guess we don't have anything else to discuss. See you around. Changed your mind, did you? Wait, really? Wow. I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified. I found a backdoor into the MAST network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment. Sorry. If that's true, there is. I'm not a bad guy, I swear. I just... Okay, look. Just hear me out. If you do this for me, I can make it worth your while. You delete that data, I get promoted. I'll throw in some extra credits for you, okay? A nice little bonus. Fine, you... And tell Kelton to stuff it.
If we keep running into each other like this, you might as well be put on the MAST payroll. I hope you have the data. It's... Wonderful. I see you have the gift of the gab. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the detail. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure you... But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly... Clearly, I am doing all I can. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you again for getting the data from Emilio. I know he can be a pain. Oh, I was hoping your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the... You have no idea how... Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as... The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect. They're listening. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible. My thoughts precisely. Now, as of yet, there has been no response. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from... As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Achilles. Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised. Of course you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet. Clearly no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died. Clever, but no. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples and then using various data, we could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But the museum in Aquila City is under this. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist. All right, off you go. But we don't have any time to waste.
We're doing the best we can here. A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything. I'd be happy to help. Things are always rough at the Med Bay. I'm the closest thing to a doc. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection. just breaks my heart. Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, all right? All right, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do. 3 gunshots this week alone. I guess... Oh, you remembered. I'm touched, dear. All the children seem to have the same stomach bug. But one of my colleagues, Dr. Lebedev, is an expert. If I had his thank you so much.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need. But you're welcome to. A reporter. Fine, but I'm only talking basics. Door's still open, isn't it? That's my... Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery. Name's Henrik. I own a... How the hell do you think? Great. Now... Stock's a bit low. Happy to make a deal. Take care. If you're a serious customer, feel free to look around. Nope, no question business. Not too worried, though. Managed to make it. That's so. Think folks... Yeah, I get that kind of habit. It's fine. Just maybe give... Stay safe out there.
I help out Henry from... It's a quaint shop, isn't it? Maybe better than all the no. Just do that. Stay out of trouble.
Sounds great. What was the name of that guy? The contact for the job.
Look at me.
Ah, a face. What have you got for me? If there's anything you need. We will speak again? Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like.
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands. Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place for you. Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the K who founded... My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is... Same as the UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but that's why Kay's house is so important. Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate... The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe... Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? Great. Let me... No shortage of hungry mouths. Would you? I'd really appreciate it. They sure looked suspicious. That's not how I want this handled. Kay's place is the only safe haven, if anyone's going to handle them. But I have to be sure they're up to something before I get the authorities involved. Why don't you do a little sleuthing for me? We can decide what to do once we figure out if they're...
it with my own eyes, it is still hard to believe.
By the way, Captain.
I don't know, Isaac. Seems like a tough joint to crack. Nah, that's just what they want you to think, Louis. So you see security around here? No, but nothing. I say we strike while the iron's hot. I got a feeling that goody two-shoes at Kay's place is gonna rat us out. She was giving us some serious side-eye last time we were in there. See? No time like the present. We'll do it tonight. It'll be fine, trust me. We'll be in and out in time to make last call at Jake's. If we pull this off, we'll be swimming in credits. That's a pretty big if. Hey, I thought you were on my side here. I guess I need to work on my self-confidence. Rick's info is good. That's a way a piece of cake. I've never seen anybody else dressing up like this. You gotta trust me. It'll be fine. I have a real bad feeling about this. We can make this happen. We'll be real big shots around here. I sure hope we can make it happen. I've just about had enough of you doubting me, Louis. If you say so, Isaac. Rick's info is good. It's only a piece of cake.
If you haven't, make sure you say hello. Damn. I was hoping I guess that settles it. We have to get the authority. You should take this straight to Officer Endler at the security office. He'll look in. If he gives you a hard time, tell him I sent you to make the report. That'll get him on your side. Thanks.
Always good to see another badge.
Something I can help? Never a dull day for security in the well. Well, that's what we... The UC surplus. You sure about that? It's been a long time. That's so. Nobody in the well's more reliable than Teresa. You can tell her I'm personally looking into it. Those thieves won't be so cocky with security on patrol.
That was quick. How'd things go with him? I knew I could count on him. He always handled. Thanks for your help with this. I feel a lot better.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured, welcome to a medical problem Talia can't solve. I never thought I'd see the day. Sick children. Well, we can't have that. Let's see. A stomach bug. I've treated plenty of those. I keep extensive notes. I've uploaded some of my notes on common stomach issues in pediatric patients to this. And give her my best, will you? I hope everything works.
Find comfort in the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low. I always enjoy these moments. I keep May the serpent guard you. Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away, even. The stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
I've got limited resources. Really? Let's see. Ah, this is perfect. I knew Dr. Lebedev would have what I need. Thank you so much, dear. Really.
You know, I went to shift.
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. Right. The boots. She's the third customer to return them. The boots might... I don't doubt it. Hey, you're a pilot, right? I've heard of a UC station, and if you go there and stash these boots in a crate... Believe it or not, I actually tried. Some UC pilot picked up the cargo and the... No, I wanted the boots gone. Finally, some... Here, I'll have your credits for you when the job... I got contacts on. Take your time. you need something else, I'll be here.